Yo, yo, what's up, Gems? How's it going? Hope you've had a good day so far. Thank you for the frequent pictures of Bella. Feel like we're all very thankful for that. We might as well get things going. Hello, everybody. Hope you're doing well. It's currently 5 p.m. Still getting used to saying that instead of 7:30. Hope you're all doing well, though. And welcome, Gems, of course. Nothing really to report on today. It is Friday. We'll be continuing our Gravel comic, but first, we gotta get started with some warm-up. New camera, new lighting. Every time I look at my monitor and see how clean everything looks, I get so giddy. Giddy. Can't fix my voice, I guess. Post another pic of the dog you're sitting. Yes. Am I correct? Is it a wiener dog? Is that what it is? I'm only briefly remembering it because I saw it earlier today and I've forgotten. Let me scroll. I actually do not know what kind of dog that is. I've seen it before. Kind of looks like Reese. Reese is a great name. We were playing Outer Wilds music at the beginning of stream, and I kind of want that again. Also, I may take off my sweatshirt if I find it disrupts my boxing. We'll see. I love this sweatshirt, though. And it's disrupting my boxing already, so I'm going to take it off real quick. Miniature Doberman. Really? I didn't know they made them miniature. It has the eyebrows, the Doberman eyebrows, just the ears are very different, but don't like Doberman owners like tape up their dog's ears so they grow a certain way, or I don't know. Might fall asleep, woke up at 7 for an interview. I hope all of your interviews are going well. I did read the shenanigans that happened with that one the other day, which I'm not in a mean way, but I giggled at because that's something I would do. But hey, the most important part is that you keep trying and you don't get dissuaded. None of the outcomes of any interview are a testament to your worth as a person. Because you are not your job or your hireability. The guy was chill. That's good to hear. There's a funny video of a dude taking an interview in a bathroom. Like in a bathtub with like rubber duckies and stuff. In the clip specifically, he says, you know, interviews are fun for me because I can see if I want to work at a company as well. Implying that, like, he has the upper hand, you know, like he has the final say. But, like, there's some truth to that, right? The way the interviewer does treat you, if this isn't your dream job, sure, we may not have the luxury of, like, oh, I won't take that job whenever you get, you know, none of us have that luxury. But it does kind of show you the culture immediately, how the interviewer treats you. Typically, you know, you can get a very quick gauge if a hiring manager is a technical or non-technical person, and then, you know, how you got to structure your response of the interview, stuff like that. Some interviewers I've met are just going for the kill. Like, they just want to make your life more miserable. They ask questions that they know will be, like, hard, or just, like, what? That's, what? So I hope you don't get any of them. It's rare. It's been rare for me. I've heard some interesting stories from friends in that regard for sure. But we'll get there. My old coworker did her interview as a janitor in a janitor closet for that job on break. She hated her old job. Oh, goodness. Yeah, the hardest part about job hunting right now for me is the notion of relocating. Because, like, I don't want a 2-hour commute, like a net 2-hour commute. Now, do I get that luxury? Probably not, but it may have to happen. And that's just something I gotta deal with, because that cuts into my ability to, you know, exercise and draw and stream and hang out with friends and family. Arguably things more important than a paycheck, but I'm glad to see my penmanship skills are slowly improving after our break. Returning to what they once were. It will be 30 minutes. That's not horrible. Hopefully 30 minutes net, 50 minutes there, 50 minutes back. That would be great. But hey, I hope you get the job regardless. When we were playing Outer Wilds music at the start of the stream, do you guys ever like, I've talked about this a lot, like get little scenes in your head when you listen to music, like little movies, little animated, like I have a lot of AMVs that enter my head as I'm listening to music, specifically in the gym, but just sometimes when I'm daydreaming or whatever. And whenever I listen to Outer Wilds music, I just get this like vision of just like autumn colors, you know, like fall colors, like the oranges, the browns, leaves falling, the like somewhat lukewarm wind. I've always had that vision in my head my whole life. Whenever I like read like poems, when I had to read poems in school, I'd have the exact same thing. I've never grown up in a region actually where I have such a fall, where I get to see these orange colors or stuff, but it's always something in my head. I think a lot of people do it. Because I always hear like, or not always, but I've heard from time to time people lament that, oh, I would animate this, or I'd record this, or I'd make this a movie if I could, or if I could just take the video inside my head and put it out there for other people to see. Especially during the gym, I've mentioned the songs Robot Stop. I want to make an Ultra Kill animation. Minus 31 from Woodkid. I want to just make that. I listened to that song before it was used in Death Stranding. I just want to say that. I was there before it was slightly more popular. But no, I have like an original story for that one. There's a song from, I think it's Muju's Golden Hoop that was used in Atomic Heart. I have one for that. What else? Oh, the number one thing I've always wanted to animate a music video for ever is I always worry if I pronounce it incorrectly, but Teatro Lucido or Teatro Lucido, I don't know. Teatro Lucido, whatever, by La Femme for the album named the same. Man, that one seems it would be like a spaghetti western train chase. It's there. That song was made to have like a movie or something, like a story accompanying it. And it explains a lot because like the music I'm most drawn to are music that have stories behind them in a way. You know, like you can like read it if that makes sense. I'm not trying to get all like artsy fartsy, but I feel like that's not a strange notion to claim that like music can have stories behind them. A soul-ish. Musicals I feel like is a wonderful application of this thing. However, I'm not a musical girly. Just not my thing totally. But I've tried. I've listened to a few by the recommendations of my friends. They're not bad at all, it's just not my thing. Which is a bit of a shame because I have plenty of friends who are totally into musicals or participate in them, and I just sadly can't glean the same excitement and joy that they do out of it. Exactly. No, I've seen you guys talking about it, and I respect it totally. And I mean, the instrumentals behind them, I love a ton. The way lyrics and stuff happen in musicals, I've never appreciated. Not like once again, not saying it's bad, right? I just don't. It's not my jam. The way lyrics or things are done in a lot of musicals, but. Trying to think if there's any musical off the top of my head that I liked, but I haven't listened to that many. Which is a person who like goes out of my way to listen to music that's very out there or different. I should probably engage with that more. Like I've listened to Sewercore before, right? And enjoyed it. Shout out Cruelty Squad. Is that Sewercore or Slurpcore? I can't remember. Or like some of Lisa's music. Not Lisa the Japanese artist, but Lisa the Painful. However, I've listened to some of Lisa's music. Didn't they do the Beastars intro? Or they did some anime opening recently? Oh, was it One Piece? Maybe? I don't know. Music is epic. But unlike art, I'm not going to make music. I like art. I like engaging with art and I like making it. Music, I like music and I love engaging with music, but I will not make it. One Piece. I just watched Freerun, the first episode of Freerun today. The opener almost made me, it made me tear up. I'm not going to say almost made me cry, but it definitely made me tear up. The episode was good. Pretty standard Freerun episode. Nothing too crazy. Watched the newest episode of JJK, which was... Okay, spoilers for episode 3 of JJK. It's not major spoilers because it's not a crazy episode, but, you know, we're going to be talking about that, so if you know, you don't want to be spoiled for that episode, that's totally fine. Just exit out for maybe 5 minutes. But it was just exposition. That's all it was. And, like, it wasn't bad because of that, just, like, I feel like I should have been taking notes. I feel like I need to watch a YouTube video over, like, all the reasons. I probably should have watched, like, a recap of everything that happened in season 1 and 2, because, like, there were some names. I was like, wait, how are they related again? Nice ellipse. Because, like, I don't fully get the why the Colon games are happening. Or, like, not the why, because that was mentioned, it's like, we don't know why. But more so, like, what's led up to this. The Colon games as a concept is pretty neat. I don't fully get it, but I think with time. However, I don't know. I feel like that episode should have been like... They should release 2 episodes at once, because that was just all exposition. Let me get into some fighting now, please. That's why I'm here for JJK. I'm not going to say it is a bad story, but I don't know. I'm here for the fightings more than the story. Fightings? Fights? Nice. Slowly regaining my ellipse capabilities. Gojo, my beloved. Jims, I knew you were going to mention Gojo. Or like, if you were going to say something, I knew you were going to mention Gojo. Oh yeah, Jims, when I was on the plane flight to Singapore, I watched Kaiju number 8. I don't think I finished second season. I loved the first season absolute ton. Spoilers for Kaiju number 8, everybody. We're going to talk about it. So once again, be careful. Yeah. I Originally, I thought the design for Kaiju number 8, like the Kaiju himself, Kafka, I thought it was a bit weird. I love Kafka, by the way. Season 1, so, okay. My biggest complaint, it's not a huge complaint, it's just a personal opinion about things, is season 1 was very funny and very lighthearted. Like, unserious, and season 2 got serious. And my biggest pet peeve with, like, media is when things get serious when it was originally pretty silly. And it's not because it's a bad writing choice or anything. I came here for the silly and now we're doing serious. Right? Like, it went from, like, literally being all about Kafka and, like, how he's trying to hide his kaiju powers to, like, the social and societal implications of this, and, like, the main group split up and, like, come on, man. However, I understand that Kafka couldn't have hidden his kaiju powers forever. I do like the camaraderie scene between the members of their division. None of the characters are annoying, except for the blonde girl. She was kind of annoying, but she's got less annoying. Yeah, back to what I was saying. I originally thought the kaiju design was a bit weird, but I've come to appreciate it. I like the mushroom guy, the main villain. Yeah, Kafka's up there in silly anime characters that I appreciate. He's lovable. He's relatable. Narumi, is that her name? She's funny. I can learn to appreciate her for sure. Oh, Narumi. Who's Narumi? Here, wait, let me Google. Narumi, Kaiju number 8. Narumi. Oh, that guy. I'm not a huge fan of him right now, but I haven't finished season 2. Uh, I've never been a huge fan of the, like, what is it called? The something genius. But yeah, because like, eh, he's cool. His abilities are cool too. If you're talking about the oh my god, what's his name from Attack on Titan? Something Squadron. Oh my god. Whatever his name is, that S character, I like him. He's cool. I like him a lot. In fact, he's probably one of my favorite characters. The dude with the blades. Child protege. Cool. We're gonna call it here for the warm up. Yep. So yeah, warm up's over. We're gonna be doing 2 minutes of ads because I hate you guys. I want to force you to watch ads because I'm evil. And then once we're done with the evil and insidious ads, we'll get to our gravel comic, which we'll probably ink today. I have some stuff I want to talk about inking wise, but other than that, nothing too crazy out of schedule. So yeah, we'll be right back, everybody. How did we both send that at the same time? I honestly love this new on break, like ad break timer that I've added to the stream because now I don't have to like look for it. I could just look at the screen and see when ads are over and stuff like that. Cool. So, let's move some stuff out of the way, talk about our comic a little bit. I'm not happy with one of the... I actually haven't looked at it in a bit, so who knows? That's not too bad. Okay. I think I've made Gravel's legs a bit too skinny, but we'll talk about it. So, yoink, and we'll get this this going. So yeah, yo, Gravel, blah 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 blah. He's like listening to them. His torso is definitely big, way too big, but it's okay. I just need to make his legs longer. So, as for inking, we have very big things, very close up, and then very tiny things. So either like I can and should use different size fine liners for the smaller details and stuff, but then changing line weights kind of looks gross to me. So I have to figure out how I want to consolidate. And yo, what's up, Delano? It's been a minute. Hope you're doing well. But now we get the joy of drawing Gravel with teeth, which is just, I'm excited for that specifically. Let's sharpen up here. I feel like this blue, I don't know, I'm like gonna inhale it and it's gonna give me like diseases later in life. It's probably not good. So another reason to go to digital. In terms of digital, guys, I'm honestly kind of being swayed towards Procreate. It seems like a great program and with like an amazing workflow. Like iPads are fancy and nice. We'll see. I'm not fully decided yet. Let's also pull up, yeah, my old Gravel with teeth drawing. I don't like drawing other drawings one-to-one, if that makes sense. Like, if I made an old drawing, I don't want to redo it. Because I feel like it either gets worse or there's just whatever. But yeah, here's Gravel with teeth. Our goal is to recreate this. Now, to critique my older drawing, I think I actually did a pretty good job here. I like the way I did the texture for the teeth, but Grackle noses are actually, or Grackle beaks are much longer. So we're gonna do that. Maybe we'll even pull up a reference. That would be wise, wouldn't it? Let's do that. A lot of Minecraft music today. I have it set on shuffle, but... Okay, let's Grackle. Let's pull up PureRef for you guys, because why not? Guys, I love my new monitor placement. It makes me so happy. Like, having it on here is just a blessing. And we want a great-tailed Grackle, specifically with mouth open side profile. So, oh. Every time I Google Grackles, I get a new thing. Look at this. It's been a while since I got a dose of Kavel streams. Be careful, that stuff's deadly. Look at this. Sorry, I love their derpy faces. Let's get a... So I have reason to believe that this is actually a boat-tailed Grackle because it has brown eyes. Do great-tailed Grackles only have males? Only have yellow eyes. What's the distinction? Let's Google. Yes, adult great-tailed Grackles almost always have distinct yellow eyes. This is the AI overview. I need to do more, but yeah. So if you see a Grackle and it doesn't have yellow eyes, then it's probably not a great-tailed. It's probably boat-tailed, I think, is the distinction, but I could be wrong. Look at this guy. Had to drive in the snow. Ooh, I'm glad you made it safe. This honestly gives me just normal Grackle vibes because of how small the beak is. It looks just weird. This is a weird looking guy. Oh, this is perfect. This is a perfect image. I have reason to believe this is just a normal Grackle, Grackle, because it has the really strong iridescence, which great-tailed Grackles typically don't. But how's it the 16th? We be moving. It honestly feels like it should be February by now for me, but I've just been kind of going at it crazy style. So, okay, we got some good Grackle references here. I'm tired of the Minecraft music. Skip. Oh my god, why is it still Minecraft music? Oh, here we go. This better not be lyrics. Shouldn't be. Look at that. Alrighty, let's draw some grackle. Let's draw some gravel. We also need room for text bubbles. Remember, always like rub the pencil off just a little bit before you start drawing because there's always a little bit more. Guess we'll keep this like right next to me for for horrific reference. Looks like one of the Titans from Attack on Titan or something, you know? I'm gonna make this my profile picture. Okay. Grackles have that like flat head to them. I don't know why, but they have a little flat noggin. I always try to capture that with gravel. So as we do. And one kind of deceptive thing that happens to me whenever I draw birds, which is much different than what happens to me when drawing most mammals, is the cranium I use for the sphere is actually much smaller than I think it needs to be. Which is never intended, but so I always have to plan it out a little bit. Yeah. Getting groovy. How could you go wrong? They kind of have like an outgoing beak. I may need to make it slightly larger, but we'll deal. And then yeah, they have like the portion where like they have like their throat and then the actual neck. So I don't want to make it like too. I like giving him a slightly thicker neck. I don't know why. Not like muscular thickness, but just like radius. I think it helps because like, you know, grackles have the great-tailed grackles have notably long necks. Here. They're very like look at this guy. Look how slender this guy is, right? Very crusty picture. Also, this is how they display to each other and show off their dominance or like try to impress the females. They do this where they like go up to each other. Look at these homosexuals. They go up to each other and like point their heads in the air and they're like, I'm cooler. I don't know who wins. How do you win this? How are you the cooler bird in these scenarios? Teach me. Gravel needs to know. He wants to be able to show off. But yeah, they do that, which I find is very dorky for sure. Look at these nerds. Look at these nerd birds. Nice. Then we're going to do the eye. Arguably one of the most important features of gravel, if not the. Loving the wubs. Oh, now this beak is super long. The bringing the teeth that far is a bit silly looking. Maybe we don't do all that. I think that's good. Here we go. Gravel, gravel smiling. That is particularly ugly. I love it. I haven't added the Manifold Garden OST to this list. Maybe I need to do that soon. We want a speech bubble right here. I hate speech bubbles. They're so tough for me to draw. I usually start off with like a rectangle and then soften everything, but I'm not sure if that's always the best approach. Nice. Not sure if I should add another, like, I don't know what they're called, but whenever you have a speech bubble and like the little tick coming off of it, I'm not sure if I should have another one in this panel because I feel like that implies that someone else is speaking. So I'm just going to get rid of it for now. And we'll tidy up the text. I like to do a pretty like refined pass of the text with the blue pencil beforehand, so I know exactly where it goes. Because when I'm forced to make decisions with the pen, I oftentimes make mistakes, especially like spelling errors. Alrighty. Huge. Have a good one, Delano. Best of luck. Keep us updated with whatever you're working on. Dude, I'm so hungry. I don't know why I haven't eaten that much today. I think just how schedule worked out. But man, I'm gonna destroy a burrito after this stream. I'm not liking how this text is placed. I'm doing too many passes. So I may just kind of have to, even though I just said I don't like making decisions as I ink, I may have to just relocate it to that. Same thing with the hands. I'm not happy with them, but like I don't really know. I guess a lot of them are static. They aren't like bending or anything, right? There's not anything too interesting happening with them. I also don't like the little like marks I put in them. I love kneaded erasers. Okay, let's get inking. So yeah, we have to decide how we're gonna go about inking this. Oh god, I hate that speech bubble, dude. It's making me so upset. Get out of here, die, explode. We'll figure it out, that speech bubble out, but man. Bleh, get out of my head. Okay. So I guess we'll start with the 5mm and then smaller details because this page, these pages absorb ink really well, which causes the ink to like kind of expand, I guess. This was done with the Lamy Safari. And I loved it, but I don't think that's the right application for this particularly. What if we made the speech bubble smaller? I was using it to obfuscate the hand a little bit, but I hate this. Oof. This is getting messy. I think Jim's probably fell asleep. Now that I'm like reading Delana's message, like, oh, she probably fell asleep. Pulling the big guns. This is the big guns. This is when Kavel's either getting very particular or very upset with something. Which often go hand in hand. Okay, we'll start with a 5mm. And I'll use my favorite stapler, which I have to find where I put. Not sponsored. Staplers are just very consistent and they're pricey for sure. But I feel like despite their, or not despite their price, but given their price, they last a while. They're definitely consistent. Oh, dang it. This is why Kavel doesn't like using actual erasers, because then they get stuck in stuff. Ugh. Okay, get out of here. I like to start inking at the borders. So we'll do that. Ooh, inking right there is gonna be rough. Ugh. Let's touch up on the borders real quick with the kneaded eraser. I'm not used to having kneaded erasers this big. They were slightly larger where I bought them, so yeah, I get more kneaded eraser for. It was cheaper there, but it's a bit unwieldy for my small kneaded eraser using hands. Start with the hardest lines to make, because that makes my life easier later, because I'm getting the hard things done. No, eating my veggies. Just how in the world am I going to eat my veggies right here? I don't necessarily know. What did I ink most of my comics? Oh, I didn't ink most of my comics. Oh wait, no, I bought a new Sakura for however cheap that was. I bought one of the 4.5s instead of the 5s because of course everyone's. I guess everyone goes for the 5 ones, not the like number 5s, but the 5mm ones. So I was left with the scraps. Dude, this is so stressful. Why did I do it this close? Come on, Cav. Ay. Okay, that worked. Stressful, but it worked. Nice. Double nice. Okay. God. It's so stressful. Okay. There we go. Has a lesson been learned today, for sure. For sure. Nice. Inking I always take a little bit too fast, so I need to practice slowing down, not rushing. Because, like, you know, we're almost at the end, so it's so easy to both rush and then trip up. One thing I like doing when it comes to inking, especially like long lines I have to use a ruler for, is I like to dot where I want to go. I just had a bump right there, whoops. Because sometimes it's easy to lose track. So putting it there beforehand, especially with the blue pencil, the non-photo blue. Which also reminds me, I'm watching on the TV. Hello, Bear Mug TV room. I hope your TV is well. I don't know. How's it going? Are you watching on like 1080p so you get the full Gravel experience? Whoa. My bad. Doing well, just got groceries. Heck yeah, you cooking anything? Mealing or prepping? Or both? I want to make something fancy, like a cool pasta or something. That'd bring me joy. I'm just thinking of all food right now. My mic probably it is super crusty. Yo, and Monkey, holy moly, what's up? And Monkey, you're the #1 sub, I think. Is that the #1 sub, or does that just mean sub? I forgot your sub, man. Thank you so much for that. Oh shoot, I should check if we have money to money premium. We're gonna get takeout, but I plan on making curry next week. Ooh, I've never made a curry dish before. Is it hard? Or do you just like dump curry powder in there and call it that? Obviously, like I'm abstracting a lot, but garam masala. Subbed. Oh my god! Holy crap! Why did the thing not pop up? There's supposed to be a Grackle notification. Oh wait, I think I didn't program it because I didn't think people would actually sub. Well, thank you 4 months. That's ridiculous, Monkey. Holy crap. Well, thank you very much. There's supposed to be a little notification, but I guess that didn't trigger. Let me see if I could proc it. Like, let me see if I can get it to work. I never tested it though, because like, I mean, yeah. Yeah, subscribe event. Test trigger. That is not, who is Belwyn Darkstar? They've never subbed me. Who cares? Okay, that should say monkey on it. There we go. Thank you once again. I need to check our payment portal to see if we can cash out and all that cool stuff. Twitch also has a thing now where you can actually use the money, even if you don't have the $50 cash out. It's basically like a loan for Twitch, which I get, but like, come on, man. That's extra. How's your day going so far, Mr. Monkey? We are visiting the Kavel stream in the midst of our, not in the midst, we're done with our upgrades. We got lighting, camera, new little stuff. You also got groceries. Both of you were on the grocery run. What did you get? Grocery sync. Tag team groceries. Have you guys ever gone to Trader Joe's? I've only heard of it. I've never been to a Trader Joe's. I'm not sure if there's one near me, but milk, chicken, ground beef. Ooh. What can you make with that? I feel like the milk and ground beef can go to something, but the chicken, or you could just fry all of it. Some breadcrumbs. Brother is going to walk over in my room and say, that's not Kai. Dude. There's only 3 streamers. Kai Cenat, who's the dude who yells all the time and went to China recently? That guy. And does Mr. Beast stream? Those are the only 3 streamers. My sister used to take me to Trader Joe's. I've heard great things. Actually, my roommate, his girlfriend would bring him Trader Joe's dumplings. And he would fry them, and apparently they were really good. I don't think I ever had one. Maybe I did nab one once. Who knows? Anyways, before I mess this up, because inking gets horrible, here's the Gravel comic. Now time to draw it. Yep. The dumplings are pretty good. Was it one of you, or was it a TikTok I saw where someone was like, the food at Trader Joe's is what aliens think humans eat? Like, that's what their branding and packaging looks like. Maybe was it Germa? I don't know. I could be tweaking, I'm not gonna lie. Ooh, inking part. I apologize if I go a little bit quieter. I'm so mad this is my least favorite page I did it in the sketchbook while in Singapore. And I'm so mad it's like hanging out here while we're working on this one. Why couldn't it be one of the ones I actually liked? Like Gravel Ladder. Come on, man. Who's gonna help him down from the ladder? Ladder. Why did I say? Oh yeah, Markiplier's movie's coming out soon on January 20th, 30th. And I watched Freerun today in the new JJK episode. Freerun is awesome. I said this earlier, but the opener made me tear up. I love it, I love it, I love it. Elder. Yeah, the Iron Lung movie. You can actually look up, is the, I almost said Gravel, Markiplier movie near me, and there's a website that shows like all the locations it's being hosted with a little Markiplier icon. So go check it out. January 30th, I believe. I'm going to watch it with some friends. Please go support him. He's been working on this movie for ages. Gravel movie. What would the gravel movie be? Just gravel drawing for like 3 hours. He like scratches his butt in the middle. Like picks his nose or something, I don't know. He's at my location, huge! Yeah, no, originally he wasn't at my location, but there's been a ton of support, so more and more movie theaters have been picking it up, which is epic sauce. Guys, I have a conundrum, a moral dilemma, if you will. Gravel is iridescent black, right? But I can't draw him that way because, like, I feel like the black values would be all messed up if I constantly, like, shaded, like, colored him black all the time. Because then I won't be able to do, like, then I'll be mixing color and shadow. He's at my location. Markiplier's here, run! Gravel plier. Yeah. Tried so hard to find the fish emote. I tried to use that one earlier, but I could only find Oh My Dog instead, so I used that one. What is this music? Oh, of course, it's this album. This album has some weird ones in it. Let me Alt-Tab 50 times to find where my music player is. Oh yeah, I recoded the music player, so now it's very accurate in real time. I no longer use Tuna. Frick you, Tuna. I am the music player now. City so good they made a second. There's another City coming out? What? I need to finish the first one. I like this song. That was Monkey's message. Oh, showing in my city too. I see. I'm dumb. How do I indicate that Gravel is snapping his pencil? I'll just do a tiny snap. I know I shouldn't say this, but dude, I can't wait till I go to digital and I can undo. Inking is the bane of my existence. I stress about it way too much. Not that digital is easy, but that feature of digital makes me, or like I can erase at least. I'll even say like, okay, I'll unbind the Z button. I don't care. Just give me that eraser tool. Being able to erase things with no residue. Holy. Digital were easy, we would all be Tyrann Fiddler. Or at least I would. Yo, Jims woke up. Good morning, Jims. Hope you're doing well. You gotta figure out how Gravel's pants work to let his tail out. I feel like every artist who draws things with tails that have clothes have to worry about that. I feel like many have very unique solutions. I ate dinner, Doritos, and a granola bar. Girl dinner, if I've ever heard it. Doritos and a granola bar. Drink some water. I demand that you drink some water right now. You gotta balance the universe with that one. Holy. Butt flap pant for tail. I've always liked where they just have like a hole for the tail and then like a latch so they can put the tail through it and then latch over the tail, if that makes sense. I've always liked that idea. Here, wait, I'm gonna draw it now. Where's my pin cap? Who took it? I swear to God, which one of you took it? Which one of you took it? What the hell? What the hell? Oh, there it is. Sorry, I threatened you guys with a fine liner. I need to be better. That was a moment of weakness. You know, Jim's got here right as it was missing. Oh, Cat, what's up, Cat? Yo, everyone say hello, Cat. But yeah, for tails, for like furry pants, I guess, you have like pant, and then like a hole right here. Tail goes out, and then like a button latch right here. That makes sense. Like hole goes out, button latch, and, you know, pants pocket, whatever, actual pocket, that type beat. That's how I imagine it works. How's it moving? Also, once we're done inking this, we'll call it a night. But I'm not sure how long inking will take. We're also chatting it up. Thank you all for joining. Seeing everybody here. We saw Delano earlier. All that good stuff. I realized we don't really need this anymore. Bye-bye. Unless you guys want silly pictures of Grackles in the corner. He can stay there. Or she. That looks like a she. I'm pretty sure that's a female. What is this whimsical ass music? Oh, okay. Wingspan. How do you tell they're ginger? So yeah, thankfully, so yeah, the term for identifying the sex of animals or things is dimorphism, or more specifically, sexual dimorphism. And Crackles have high sexual dimorphism, which means they're very noticeable. And like Bear said, they're brown. They are brown and noticeably smaller than the male grackles, who are black or black iridescent. They have shorter tails, and they typically don't chirp as much. And I've never seen a female do like the high pitched, like weird noise. Oh, Delano's back. Huge. I thought you were off gaming. Yeah, and some birds have very, very difficult sexual dimorphism. Off the top of my head, crows, a lot of the hawks and raptors. Typically, I mean, these the females are usually larger than the males, but they typically look very similar. Like the I think it's something tailed hawk. They're made out of ginger if you chop them in half. True. Yeah, male grackles just bleed normally, but the female ones are just made of ginger, and you can just snap them back together. Very observant cat. Good job. As it should be. I'm trying to think of any more bird facts. The blue macaw can chew the world's hardest nut, which is also found in the Amazon, called the Amazon nut, I believe. I could be wrong. So since they have such a strong bite force and they're very loud, makes the job of keepers and handlers of them rather dangerous and difficult. But they are very pretty. Seven Sins is. I'm pretty sure, at least. Nice. Gravel drawing and snapping his pencil. There you go. A little exclamation point. How's the trip back home? Flying? And sorry if I pause a lot. I'm inking, and that usually causes me to like stop talking. I can sketch and talk, but inking and talking is difficult for me. Flying east is harder for me than flying west. So going to Singapore, very easy. It was 16 hours. I owned it like a champ. I slept for like 6 hours. It was great. Coming back, I didn't sleep at all. There was a baby sitting a row and to the left of me. Thankfully, okay guys, story time, and this is a very cute story, and you guys better listen. There will be a quiz. The quiz will reward whoever gets the correct answers 150 gravel points. I don't know. Kavel coin, whatever they're called. I was learning solitaire on the plane, and there's a older man who I learned was from Vietnam flying from Vietnam to the US. And I'll do that in a second, Jims. And he literally like started pointing at my phone because he knew very little English. And he started playing solitaire for me, and then he pulls out his phone and he has the exact same app. And so he started trying to teach me like little strats and stuff. This guy was crazy. He was amazing. But yeah. So that made the trip a lot better, but it also stressed me out because I was scared he was going to like metagame me if I continued trying to play, so I stopped playing solitaire. A screech? Do I need to screech now? Here, I'll stretch and take a sip of water. Do my like best eagle impression. Goodness. I'm not gonna lie, I just actually screeched because I knocked over my water bottle and hit my thumb. So there you go. I did a little yelp. Oopsie daisies. Yeah, so here, okay, so this is how I look when I usually draw, but I have my water bottle right next to my foot. I should have put that in here. And so whenever I stand up, I knock over my water bottle sometimes. And you're like, Kavel, why not put it anywhere else? That would make too much sense. There's no proof? True. I remember I did scream on stream one time. I think it was during my 7-hour stream. I like left the mic and screamed. I think Bear and or Jims was there for that. Oh, and then I screamed that one time we were playing Outer Wilds, and I got chased off the thing. I believe him. Didn't hear it, didn't happen. The chat. Men don't lie about screeching. So true. Can we get a VIP on Monkey, please? Thank you. Oh, and ban anyone who doesn't believe me for like 3 days. Thank you. That's right. I've been watching Germa again. Germa's been blessing us this January. He's provided us with, oh goodness, there goes my ruler. Some horror games, some stuff like the Manosphere. The Manosphere. Dude, men don't screech anymore. Chivalry is dead. I've been tempted many times in my life to just randomly scream in public. You know that one meme where it was like, help! Help me! Dude, that one, I've almost made poor decisions because of that video. But I will never be such a public nuisance. I at least have some dignity. However, speaking of dignity, the other day, one of my friends from like far away, he requested that my friend and I do a review of a taco shop, and we like make it a joke. So we went to the taco shop, and I literally walked outside, like walked backwards as my friend recorded me saying, "What's up, guys? We're at the Gravel Taco Shop." And then that was embarrassing. And then like we cut to like me screaming in his car. That was like the bit we did. But like walking in front of a restaurant with people in it, saying, "What's up, guys?" with like someone following me with the camera was extremely humbling. Don't do that. Don't embarrass yourself like I have. Learn from me, be better. But I will always do it for the Vine. That is something I will never back out of. That is my triple dog dare. Do it for the Vine. Dude, I'm on it. Gravel taco shop sounds awesome. I want a fajita rock taco. Sadly, like grackles don't have any cool dietary things. However, they do have this cool behavior. You'll see it with other birds, but mainly with grackles. Whenever cars park, because grackles are parking lot birds, they will go up to the grills of cars and jump on them and pick out bugs. Very creative, kind of gross. Very oily, probably like, greased smoke bugs. Probably not the best bugs, but it's a very cool learned behavior. I've decided if I ever make a D&D campaign, you guys shut it down, but I do like the happy grackle. The happy grackle sounds like a bar, and I want Gravel to be an NPC at the bar, like the bartender. Give me a drink, bartender. Wait, symbiotic slay. Grackles have symbiotic relationships with cars? Oh god, oh wait, you guys didn't see that, so I'm not going to say what I just did. Okay, we're drawing. Yep. Please give me a whole plate of peas. Ironically, when I've gone to feed the ducks, I try giving grackles peas. They don't really like peas as much. They love peanuts. That's like their number one thing they always respond to, and then corn. They really mess with the corn. But not as much as the peanuts, of course. Wait, oh my god, you're referencing the freaking pumpkin patch game. Give me a plate of peas. I'm so sorry for making that noise without warning you guys. That was probably the most ugly, horrible sounding thing, and I immediately regretted that. I apologize. That was impulse. My bad. My bad. Dude, I watched Caveman Films, the Minecraft YouTuber, play that game back in 2014. I remember specifically he was like calling something an amoeba. That's when I learned what amoebas were. It was because of the pumpkin patch game. I was never a flash girly. I really wish I was. I would have probably picked up more art or something. Damn, I'm so delayed. Hit a fat refresh. Or you're on the TV, so. Sounds like me eating Ruffles chips. That's real. What is everybody's, and I'm not asking the best, no arguments about the best chip. I don't care. What is everybody's favorite chip? And it doesn't have to be a brand, like it could be specific. Like I'm going to say I love jalapeno chips. I love jalapeno chips a lot. Doritos? Makes sense. Doritos are pretty freaking up there. I cannot lie. Sea salt kelp chips. I've never had those. Or like chips. I've had like, kelp. Or no, seaweed. 100% sea. Or 50% sea. Cool. Okay, let's do some. Guys, I had onigiri for the first time in Singapore. However, it was from 7-Eleven, but it was still really good. I had multiple. I had pork, tuna, and teriyaki chicken. And the teriyaki chicken was my favorite, but the tuna came in a close second. And the pork one was not really good in my opinion. But Ruffles chips. What kind of? Just the base Ruffles, not like the. Man, when I freaking so the plane flight over, I did not eat much. I had the meals that they gave me, but that was about it. And I had the Cheez-Its, the like it's like the Cheez-It crisps. It's not like the actual Cheez-Its, it's like the wavy kind of ones. And those revived my soul. And also, what's up, Spooky Tuna? Great to see you. Holy crap, it has been a minute. We're back to streaming, we're back to drawing, all that good stuff. Cheese and onion. Cheese and onion? Cheese and onion? Or like sour cream and onion, do you mean? I've never heard of cheese and onion. Yo, Gravel. Cheddar cheese with so many exams, I'm sorry to hear. Only a little bit more. Actually, I'm not sure how much you have left. But I mean, when I've never heard of cheese and onion. I'm a weirdo, guys, I guess. I'm just a weird, sick and twisted weirdo. I don't want to draw this part because I don't have much detail in there, but we're going to try. We're going to give it our best. My favorite part, one of my favorite parts of like culture shock in Singapore was hearing other languages. And when I got back on the plane and I heard a bunch of English, it kind of pissed me off. Like, I loved hearing a language I don't speak behind me and trying to be like, is it Korean? Is it Vietnamese? Is it Cantonese? Is it Malay? Is it whatever? Japanese, whatever. Of course, like, the only one I could consistently recognize is Vietnamese and Japanese, by virtue of anime and then where I grew up. But other than that, how has your winter and holidays been, Spooky Tuna? I like giving Gravel a little, like, throat pouch. I'm not sure if Greckles have throat pouches, but he has one, so. Going to bed. Good night. Alrighty, have a good one, Jims. Thank you for stopping by. Also wanted to mention I got a new kitty. Holy. Her name is Mooney. That is a freaking awesome name. What kind of cat are they? Is she? Is she an actual kitten or is she a older cat? Shout out Mooney for real. She's 4 months old right now, and she's a Siamese mix. Huge. Very fancy. Well, heck yeah, shout out to Mooney. Keep us updated on their life and how things are going. That's freaking epic. I've been thinking about a cat, but I'm definitely not in a good position being in college and stuff to raise one. Even then, I'm not sure if I'm I love cats. I'm not sure if I just want to own a cat. I'm not sure if that's something I want to do. I've owned plenty of cats. Those who know, you know. But I made his torso way too big. Oof. I also wanted to mention that my birthday was on December. Well, happy birthday. Wow, lots of awesome stuff. Sounds like you had a very jam-packed December. Mooney from Inna. Who's Mooney? Is Mooney the cat? No, wasn't the cat named something else? Inna. Oh, this person. I completely forgot about them. Not that they're forgettable, I just forgot about them. Holy crap! Nice freaking call. Monkey, that's epic. I love the cat from the money cat, the lucky cat from Inna. Holy crap, wow. That's awesome. Do we know if Inna's coming out anytime soon? Probably not, but I bought the special edition just in hopes that it would come out faster. Yeah, but that's just the demo, right? It's not the full game? Yeah, I don't think that's the full game. It's yet to come out, I believe. But hey, that means more Inna for us. Ina, Ina, Inna, Aina. I'm waiting for someone to call Inna like just straight up not her name or their name. What is everybody's favorite character from Inna? I've already said ad nauseum. The lucky cat. I can't remember their name though. Runner up is the rat, the Italian rat. Hourglass dog, real. If anyone says the lamp dude, you're kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie. Cool design, but Anyone who says Froggy has taste. Froggy's freaking cool. Teskey Maiden. Let's see. Teskey Maiden. Oh, this is Delano's favorite character, I believe. When I first saw that character, I knew it was going to be a lot of people's favorites. A lot of people love Coralhead. Inna is a YouTube series turned a video game with absurdist/surrealist stories and humor, with very unique character designs. I'd highly recommend looking up Inna's Dream Barbecue or just the YouTube series itself, Inna, E-N-A. I remember when I first played the game and they make a reference to the YouTube series, and I was like, oh, that's a reference. And then in the game, one of the witches says, oh, I get that reference. I was like, oh, I was called out. I'm sure that probably happened to plenty of YouTubers and stuff. Smile, oh, frick. I spelled it wrong. The shaman. The shaman's weird. Oh wait, no. Oh, the wizard, the CDI wizard, dude. I love him. I love him so much. I forgot. He's awesome. Definitely one of the top like 3 characters for me. Turon. What was that? Here we go. The part I've been waiting to draw for all of this. I guess we'll start with this. Wait, I'm Spanish. My cat Mooney loves smelling Turon, and she always tries to steal it. What is Turon? Turon, I guess. How am I so good at comics? I wouldn't consider myself particularly great at comics, but thank you. I read a lot of them. And I draw a lot of them. It's a traditional nougat confection. Ah. Spanish sweet. Ah, gotcha. Wait, maybe then I've had it and I just don't know the name of it. Let me Google it. Nope, haven't. I haven't even seen it, which is crazy. Is this like Spanish or like Mexican uh treat? This evil music. Get the evil music. Stop it with the Vander. This. We need happy. Happy, happy, happy. Sorry, my bad. Ooh, here we go. This is kind of giving Gorillas vibes. It's from Spain. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say like I'm not gonna say like I live in Mexico, but I'm more familiar with those. I need a crackle reference. Show me your beak. How does it work? What are you? Also working on making an indie series. Wow. Where can we find this indie series and what is it? Still working when we start drawing again, but I feel like life is getting away. Shown too much. You don't have to show anybody your power, just draw, man. Drawing itself is fun. Sorry to hear, monkey. It's about angels and devils. Stories are tough, man. Best of luck, though. I gotcha. There we go. I'll call this largely done. Silly little, I want to add an eyeball, actually. There we go. uh, I like this a lot. Okay. Cool. So we'll call it there, everybody. Successful little stream tonight. We will be streaming tomorrow, which is Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday. We will not be streaming Sunday, then we'll be back Monday, hopefully. For a pretty consistent stream schedule for a while. This is my last semester of college. Ooh, what a great song to end it on. This is my last semester of college, and probably going to be the hardest. So I appreciate your guys' patience. We'll get back into lesson 6 at some point, but for now, we're going to enjoy doing what we love, which is drawing. So once again, thank you all for joining me tonight, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. Bye for now.